Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we will be reviewing the P-JING High Precision Gaming Mouse. Now, this is a mouse that has popped up on Amazon recently. There's really not much more than a few reviews that seem to be paid for by the manufacturer. So I went ahead and picked one of these things up, and I'm going to let you know what I think about it. It obviously came in this tiny little square box. Packaging isn't bad, but opening it up was a bit underwhelming. Inside there was nothing more than some bubble wrap and the mouse. But hey, for $30 Canadian, you can't really complain. The mouse itself is quite cool looking. Has a neat little modular look to it, and it cycles through several different colors. There's a scroll wheel, a DPI adjustment button, and you can see when I push that the lights kind of change to indicate where you're landing. I'll give you more info on that later though. Come around to the side here, and there are a couple of extra buttons that can be used to go forward and back in your web browser, or you can bind them to whatever function you use in game. I like to personally use them for voice chat and spray when I'm playing Overwatch. Now the cool thing about this mouse is that, like, despite its low cost, it's made out of surprisingly high quality materials. Like, there's this kind of composite metal stuff on the side here. On the bottom is this really cool, like, brushed steel with kind of a laser engraved branding and whatnot. And there's this cool braided USB cord. These are all features that I would only expect to see on a high-end mouse, something from maybe Logitech or Razer, but you know, for the price, I was happy. As far as the function goes, there's not much, you know, to complain about. It works like a mouse. I was using it to play Overwatch. Normally I use this G500S that I have here. It's a bit of an older mouse, but I've had it for quite some time and I'm used to it. I have it set up nicely. When I switched over to the P-JING, I didn't notice any glaring flaws. My accuracy remained the same. There was no tracking issues. One thing I found a bit jarring was how difficult this button is to push compared to what I'm used to. However, I wouldn't call it a flaw. It's just a bit different than what I've been using. Now, as far as the DPI goes, depending on what you read in the Amazon description here, you could walk away thinking this mouse offers a range of DPI between 200 to 12,000, or if you're looking at the photos, you might think that the mouse offers a DPI between 1200 and 3200. Now, although neither of those are correct, the latter is more accurate. Further testing showed that the mouse defaults to 1100 DPI when you first plug it in. Pressing this DPI button once will kind of, let's get it back, there we go. Pressing it once will flash it to that purple color you saw there. And that's, I measured this online with using a program. That switches you up to 1400 DPI. Pressing it again will flash the mouse red. That signifies you the mouse is going up to 1800 DPI. Press it a third time and it should kind of be another purpley blue color, and that is going to let you know that you're up to 3100 DPI. Press it a fourth time, and I don't know if you could actually see the difference there, but it flashed kind of a lighter shade of blue. That signifies you're back at 1100 DPI. These numbers aren't quite accurate with what they suggest in their product description. And the lights, when you kind of switch through there, you know, you can see what their purpose was, but it's pretty hard to actually use those meaningfully. I mean, I can't barely tell the difference between that blue and that blue and that blue. But hey, at least they tried, right? Now the important thing to know is where the DPI stands here, okay? It's like, you could argue about this all day, but I personally don't believe the DPI is the most important statistic on a mouse. You got to choose a setting that you like and go from there. Most of the pros in Overwatch, for example, are using a DPI between 800 and 1600, and this mouse has you covered for most of that range. Now the other kind of second issue that I discovered with this mouse is that it has a very low polling rate. I used a program to measure what this mouse was polling at, and it was only reporting back at 100 hertz. So that number might scare some people. I certainly wouldn't have bought a mouse that was only 100 hertz in the past. You know, most of the mouse people are using are between 500 hertz and 1000 hertz. However, using it in Overwatch didn't reveal any glaring issues. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think I could tell the difference between 100 hertz and 500 hertz or 1000 hertz. But, you know, that might be a number that's important to some of you guys, so keep that in mind. Overall, I'm impressed with this mouse. It's $30 Canadian. It didn't ship from China. It shipped from within Canada. It took a couple days to get here. It's built well. You know, if there was a Razer logo here or a Logitech logo instead of this P-JING logo, you would think it's a Razer or Logitech product. It looks that nice. It has a nice weight to it, which is something I like. It doesn't feel like that included in the box mouse you got with your computer back in 1995. You know, it feels like it's built well. Spending the extra money on something more high-end will, you know, get you more features. For example, the G500S that I've been using, it has an onboard memory. You know, it has a couple of extra buttons on the sides. It has some neat software you can use to make macros and whatnot, and it even has like a little, you know, it's a little disc that pops out and you put weights in there to change the balance and the feel of the mouse. The thing is, after using this mouse here, I don't think I would spend the extra money on a mouse like this again. This thing works just as well, feels great, it looks cool, and it's cheap. So if you guys have been seeing the P-JING V8 adjustable DPI mouse on Amazon and wondering if it's any good, I'm letting you know that you can go ahead and buy it with confidence. It's an awesome mouse. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, and I'll hopefully get back to you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.